Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are doing an updated beginner starter makeup kit. So if you guys are interested in this video, please keep on watching. I could break it down, take it back to the basics. Y'all, the wait is over. This is my updated beginner starter makeup kit. So today we are upgrading from 5 products to 10 products. If you have not seen my initial beginner makeup video, click the link up here so you can check out that original video where I kind of explain to you guys the basics in beginner makeup tips, tricks, all of the above with 5 makeup products. Today we will also be using some drugstore products that are affordable to you. For anyone who doesn't know what drugstore is, that's basically like anywhere that has like a pharmacy, so like your CVS, Walmart. Ulta carries drugstore products, but it's usually going to be your products that without a shadow of a doubt don't run you no more than $20 unless it's like a brush bundle or something like that. Typically the average is going to be about $10 per product, and then you have your lower drugstore products that are under like $10 and under, and then you have some that are kind of peaking between $10 and $20. So now that we got that out the way, we're gonna get straight into it. I didn't include primer because I wanted to narrow the video down to 5 products. Today we're doing 10 products, so you can get every product that a makeup guru would use, but in a beginner style tutorial. So today I will be priming my face, and I'm going to use the e.l.f. Mint Melt Cooling Face Primer. And just in general, if you're looking for primers, primer is going to be based on your skin type, not necessarily your skin tone. So most of your primers are going to have some sort of color that is not like a complexion style color typically. And so like this one, the color is green. You have your white primers that are kind of like a lotion. So don't let the color of it, you know, distract you. I know I had a lot of people ask in the previous video, like, how do I find my shade in primer? And primers aren't really shade specific for your skin tone. For primers, I already did a video on it, so y'all can check that out if you're interested in it. But you want to get a primer that works for your skin type. So if you have oily skin, you want a mattifying primer. If you have dry skin, you're going to want a hydrating primer. And so e.l.f. Cosmetics has a lot of different primers and moisturizers that you can use. So like I said, I'm using this one today, and I'm just going to pump it on my fingers and distribute it across my face. So now that my face is fully covered with my primer is, for example, if you did not watch the original beginner makeup series, primer is going to be kind of like when you're painting a wall. You prime the wall before you apply the paint, so you'll have more pigment, a better payoff, and it'll last longer. And that's basically what primer for your skin is. You want to prime your skin so your foundation, your makeup is going to last longer, it's going to be more pigmented, and you'll get a nice payoff. So this is what my face is looking like. Next, I'm going to go in with my brows, and this is one of my Holy Grail micro brow pencils. In the video from last week, I used the Wet n Wild pencil, and it wasn't my shade. Your brows typically match the color of your hair. So if you have black hair, you might want to do a black brow pencil. If you have brown hair, you might want to do a brown brow pencil. So there's different shades that you can choose from, but it's totally your preference. Today I'm using the e.l.f. This is the Ultra Precise Brow Pencil, and this is in the shade black. There's spoolie on one end and the product on the other. And so I'm going to take the spoolie side to brush out my eyebrow hairs. You want to brush them upward and outward. And from here, you can start filling in your brows. There are stencils out there for people who don't know how to fill in their brows, and you need like something to kind of guide you. But I just follow the natural shape of my brow. completely up to you. If you don't have a lot of brow hairs and you don't really have a natural shape to go by, you can create your own, kind of figure out what style works for you. And I do have a brow video in the beginner makeup series, so just make sure if you are looking for a more in-depth video that you go and check out the entire series. I like to go back and forth between the product and the spoolie so I can just make sure everything is looking nice and blended. So next we are going to clean up the brows, and today I'm gonna use my e.l.f. Cosmetics. This is the 16-hour camo concealer, and I have it in the shade Deep Chestnut. All products will be linked in the description box below, as well as tools, so make sure you check it out. And while you're at it, I'm sure you're enjoying this video, so go ahead and subscribe and like this video and turn on your post notifications so you don't miss any uploads. But we are going to take some of this concealer and I'm going to use my BH Cosmetics. This is the number 7 brush from the brushes and tools video. So if you already purchased these brushes, you'll be able to use what you already have for this tutorial. So the goal of this series is to kind of keep building onto your makeup collection. And so I'm just cleaning up my brows. And the purpose of doing this is to give your brows a look as if you've just got your brows waxed. You're watching this and you feel like I'm moving a little bit too fast, make sure you pause, or you can even play this back and like at half the speed if you think I'm talking too slow. YouTube has it where you can double the speed, so YouTube has you covered for whatever pace you need to go at. And feel free to come back and watch this video as you're practicing. Feel free to pause this video. Again, make sure you check out the description box because all the products and tools will be listed there. But I'm just carving out underneath my brows. I'm also gonna go on top of my brows. This is just a personal preference. You do not have to do this. And if you have full brows already and you don't have the need to fill in your brows, then you can skip this step as well. To blend this out, I'm taking my e.l.f. Complexion Duo brush and I'm just blending out that concealer. And for anyone who's tried makeup tutorials and they always never come out right, keep practicing. You're not gonna get it on the first try. Even in this video, 9 times out of 10, my makeup isn't gonna be fully blended or perfect because I'm still growing as I wouldn't say makeup artist because I'm not that, but I'm still growing in my journey of doing my makeup better. So now that I have my brows blended out, you can see it looks real clean and everything like that. Now we're going to go in with foundation, and this foundation right here is very nice. I mentioned it in my previous video. I finally went to the store and got my hands on my winter shade, and this is the NYX Born to Glow foundation. This foundation is great for like a natural radiant finish for people who have drier skin. If you have oily skin, this might still work well, but you might want to make sure you set it with a powder. This is my current shade, which is Nutmeg. So in the previous video I used Sienna, which is definitely my summer shade. Today we are using Nutmeg, which is closer to my skin tone. And I like to just put this on my cheeks like that. And you don't have to use a lot, I always say that, but I use a decent amount just because I like, half the time the amount of foundation I use is an accident, but I do like full coverage, so I'm not gonna be shy with it. So I just put that on my face and it blends like, this is a good shade, okay? If you need help with shade matching, I already have 2 videos out on it, so check that out up there. To blend this out initially, we're taking that Complexion Duo brush and we are just gonna blend this out. So this is giving very much medium but buildable coverage. And as you can see, like, this is my shade. I'll also include some timestamps in case you need to jump from different parts of the video back and forth, because I know that can be helpful for you guys when you're learning. It's not helpful for me with YouTube because I need y'all to watch the full video. But you know, you guys and you learning how to do makeup is more important than y'all watching this video all the way through and I'm getting my watch time on YouTube. Like, I care about y'all that much. So I'm just blending this out in, like, period. Come on now. And so if you're doing makeup like this and you have like a headscarf on, you want to make sure that you take this off or scoot it back because you have to blend into your hairline. I put a note on the video that I posted last week that I did not blend into my hairline for that video. And you might get it on your baby hairs and you might just have to touch up your baby hairs after you do your makeup, but you want to make sure you blend into your hairline. So now I'm going to take my e.l.f. Camo Concealer Sponge. I finally bought me a new one because I misplaced my old one. And I like doing this to make sure there's not any excess product on my face. And right now this is only one layer of foundation. So I do have some of my dark spots still peeking through. So if you want to go in and add another layer of coverage, you can. You just want to apply a little bit of your foundation. And I'm going to do that for you guys just so we can have a little bit more coverage. I wouldn't focus too much on like your under eye area because we are going to use concealer today, and that's going to help us build up some coverage under the eyes. So I'm just blending that out on the sides. Now that we have our foundation on, this is the part in the initial video where I was like, you can stop right there. All I recommend is you applying a pressed powder. And so I do have a pressed powder. I'm not going to show you the front of it because you're going to have to watch the rest of the video to know what powder this is. But if you wanted to stop right here and this was all you wanted for your glam look, you could stop right here, apply some pressed powder to your entire face just to set the foundation in place, put some lip gloss on and go about your day. So if you aren't interested in doing any more to your face other than setting this, go ahead and skip towards the end of the video. Alright, so next I am going to use concealer to highlight under the eyes, and this is just to kind of get rid of this under eye baggage. And we're going in with that same concealer, the e.l.f. Camo 16-hour Camo Concealer, and we're just putting this kind of in a triangle up under the eye. It's completely up to you. Some people just do right here in the inner corner and then do it outward. That helps lift the face. I like to do a full triangle because I just like my entire under eye highlighted, and my face is fairly narrow so it doesn't widen my face any by highlighting in the triangle up under the eye. I like to also highlight the bridge of my nose. It is not necessary, but I like to do it as well as the center of my forehead. And I also do my chin. Again, it is not necessary that you highlight all these places, but these are the prominent parts of my face that I want to stick out, that I want the sun to hit first. And so I'm just taking my Camo Concealer Sponge and I am blending that out. You see how we have a little bit more dimension. Alright, so that is how our face looks fully blended out. I mean, you can take so much time just blending your foundation until you have the perfect blend. So it's kind of just on how fast you get over time. Sometimes I still blend my makeup and it's not fully flawless, but hey, I'm human just like you, so don't beat yourself up if it's not super flawless, but we gonna get it close. So next you want to set your concealer with powder because you don't want it to move around and crease up under the eyes. So we are going to take our setting powder, and today we are using the e.l.f. This is the matte setting powder in the shade Tan. We are using a lot of e.l.f. products today, but this is not sponsored. I'm just sharing with you products that like I really swear by. And e.l.f., they have a lot of really great products for an affordable price. So I'm just gonna use the other side of my sponge, and this sponge is damp, and I'm just pressing that powder in under my eye. And I like to blow off the excess. If you're using it on your own face, doing that, it's your own face. It's the breath that's coming out the face that's hitting the sponge. So it ain't that big of a deal for me because it's my own face. Now, if you're doing someone else's makeup, do not do that. Use a paper towel and dab off the excess powder. And the reason why you do that is so you have an even coating of powder when you set. And so you really only have to do this once on both sides. I'm doing it twice just because I'm extra. And so you see how blurred the under eyes look. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of the areas where I concealed. Face is looking flawless right now. Neck is matching. Neck is matching. I'm gonna do the bridge of my nose and the center of my forehead. I believe we're on to our 6th product in this. If you watch the beginner makeup series and you got that starter kit, you should already have this, and that is the Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette. And I have the one in the shade medium to dark. And as you can see, I've hit pan in the Sculpt shade because I use this a lot. I'm just going to take my BH Cosmetics number 3 brush from the brushes and tools video and go in that Sculpt shade, and I'm just gonna kind of bronze up my face and the hollows of my cheek. So you see how that adds like a little shadow to my face? That's what we're doing. Again, this part is optional, but if you're going for like glam, that's what we're doing. If you have nose needs, I don't know, I just made that up, but if you desire to contour your nose, you can also use this palette to do so. I'm taking my BH Cosmetics number 5 brush, again from the brushes and tools video, and I am just using that Sculpt shade on the sides of my nose. If you want to define your nose a little bit more and give it a more narrow shape, you can do this. And I'm literally just dragging up and down on the sides of my nose and brushing it kind of up into the start of my eyebrow. And you want to make sure that that's blended out. You can also do right up under the tip of your nose. And then if you have kind of like a meaty nose at the end and you want to make it look a little bit smaller, you can go right on top of, like, right where you would have your Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. You can do a circle just like that. And that'll kind of give it a little indent here so it doesn't look like all one piece. I'm also going to use the Sculpt shade in my lids. We did this last time, and that is just to add a little bit more definition, make it look like we know what we're doing, okay? Because we're practicing, we're learning, and we're gonna look like we know how to do a little something. And we're just adding just that little bit of definition. You can also dip into the contour shade if you want to do more of a smoky look. It's completely up to you. I'm gonna do just like 2 taps of the contour shade and put it towards the outer edge, just to add a little bit more dimension, like that. Yes, we look so good. So now for the moment we've all been waiting on, the pressed powder, which I'm gonna do a video on this by itself, because for my people who want a 3 product video, this is gonna be one of the powders. So this is in the shade 330 Hazelnut, and this is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation in a powder. I wanted to make sure I got a shade that matched my current foundation. So we're just gonna use this, and I am going to take my e.l.f. Kabuki brush. e.l.f. has a nice precision powder brush that looks like this, but I believe this bad boy is like between $10 and $16. I think it's $10, but this Kabuki brush is a lot cheaper, so I wanted to include, like I said, the affordable options with tools too. So we're gonna take the Kabuki brush. I'm just gonna sweep in this product, which it has, whoa, it has some kickback. I tapped out the excess, and I'm just gonna kind of swirl this into the skin, and this is gonna help me dust off that excess loose setting powder, but also blend everything together. Look at the face. Thank me later. Thank me, no, thank me now. Thank me in the comments. I love how this smells. It smells so like fresh, refreshing. It smells like the foundation. It smells like the liquid foundation, but it does smell good. A little goes a long way with this powder, so you want to make sure you tap off the excess. But look how, y'all, we look good. Another thing I like to suggest is going in with our foundation brush with no additional product and just kind of blending everything together, blending all those powders together, and just any excess foundation that's on the brush kind of helps with that. It helps everything kind of blend together. Now for my brow people who want to make sure their brows are defined, sometimes I like to go in and just touch up to make sure they are sharp. And you can use a brow gel to set your brow hairs, but I couldn't do that because that would put me at 11 products instead of 10. By the way, when I say 10 products, I mean products, not tools. But I did limit the amount of tools we used. We only used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna use 7 to highlight. So we only use 7 tools, so we're doing good. 2 more products to go. I do want to go ahead, for anyone who wants to highlight, you can use the highlight shade in the palette, and you can also use the BH Cosmetics fan brush, which is #1 brush, and you can just use that to highlight the face if you want to, you know, glow. You see it, you see me. And the only reason why I'm using this end of the brush like this is because I have squirt foundation on the other end. And then if you ever feel like you go overboard, always go in with that foundation brush with no additional product on it and blend it out. And so that also makes your glow look like it's coming from within. I'm gonna use my finger and do the tip of my nose and the bridge of my nose. You can do your brow bones and all of that, but that's not, like, that's beyond beginner, and it's gonna require me to pull out another brush. So I'm gonna leave it at this. I am gonna go ahead and spray my face, and we're gonna take my holy grail. This is the Milani Make It Dewy. You can get the Make It Dewy or Make It Last matte spray. It just depends on the finish you want. I want more of a dewy finish, so I'm gonna, you only really need 2 squirts of that. You really don't need any more. I'm running out. And again, I'm gonna take my brush and blend that in, just because it's not a mist, it's a spray, so sometimes you'll get those spray droplets, and we don't want that. We don't want that. We want it to be fully blended. Last two steps, I'm gonna go ahead and do my lips. And you wanna like wipe off any foundation you have on your lips, just so your lips can stand out a little bit more. If we were using a lip liner, you could do that to make your lips stand out more. But I'm just using a makeup wipe to clean off. And I'm gonna go ahead and with my lip gloss of choice, and this is the e.l.f. Plumping Lip Gloss, y'all. Their lip gloss is 10 out of 10. This is in the shade Champagne Glam. Sincerely, Naya put me on. Y'all, this lip gloss is so bomb. And this is without a lip liner. Like, I love wearing this with a lip liner because it gives me a little bit more dimension on the lips, but we sticking in 10 products, so we're just gonna use that. So to finish off this look, we are going in with a product that you should have already if you watched the Starter Makeup Kit video, the L'Oreal Lash Paradise Mascara. And this is a really good mascara. I like the wand. It kind of helps coat your lashes really nicely. And mascara is easy to get messy, so you just want to take your time with this. Look downward, or bring your mirror kind of down here so you can look in the mirror that way, but your lashes aren't as close to your lids when you're looking down. And I'm not a master at applying mascara myself, so any of my videos, you will 9 times out of 10 you'll see me with mascara somewhere other than my eyelashes. The good thing about mascara, they say if you wait until it dries, you can get it off with like a Q-tip instead of trying to do it while it's wet, because then you're gonna smear it. So this is my second coat, and I like to make sure I'm coating every hair because that gives me more of a fake eyelash look when you're coating your lashes, not just the ones in the middle. Make sure you're coating the ones like in the inner corner, inner and outer corner. I am gonna do just a tinge on the lower lash line. I don't want to mess up this look, but I suck at lower lash mascara. But I'm gonna try to do just a little bit. This is coat number 3. Alright, so I think that's all the coats of mascara I'm gonna do. You can do like we did in the initial video and use some mascara on your brow hairs to define them. Like I said, I like to use brow glue or like a brow gel, but for the sake of this video and for the sake of keeping it to 10 products, we're gonna use our mascara. And this is, you want to make sure your mascara wand barely has any product on it, because if you dip it in here and just go to put it on your brows, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna smear mascara all over your brows, and then you're gonna ruin your whole makeup look and you're gonna have to start over or try and clean it up, and that's not fun. So be very careful. And yeah, so what do y'all think? Natural, glowy, drugstore, affordable. I mean, it's the lips for me. And it's a plumping gloss, so it will give you a tingling sensation. So if you don't like plumping glosses or don't like that tingling sensation, I would recommend just doing one of their lip lacquers or like a NYX butter gloss. So this is what my face looks like. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section below. I hope you guys enjoyed this updated beginner starter makeup kit. We're up in the ante. We have 10 products instead of 5. Again, the 10 products were our e.l.f. brow pencil, e.l.f. setting powder, e.l.f. primer. We had our L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara, our Black Radiance True Complexion contour palette, NYX Born to Glow foundation, L'Oreal Infallible powder foundation, and our e.l.f. concealer. Okay, let's see if we can get this all in one hand. And our setting spray. So these are our 10 products. Wait a minute, did I only use 9 products? Because if I did, shout out to me. Can't be. I used 10. Well, this is your starter makeup kit. Alright guys, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Please excuse the video last week, y'all. I didn't have my right foundation shade, but y'all kind of still got the gist because it was, you know, the steps of how to get, you know, the basic makeup look. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this updated beginner starter makeup kit. Make sure you comment in the comment section below any questions you might have or any other beginner videos you would like to see. I'm coming for it. I am giving you guys back to the basics. We getting back to the basics, okay? I could break it down, take it back to the basics. And I'm gonna start sharing with y'all a lot more drugstore products because I went to the store and I lost my mind. I went a plum fool up in Ulta and I bought a whole bunch of drugstore products. So I'm super excited to try them out for you guys. So make sure you stay tuned, subscribe if you aren't subscribed already, like this video and turn on your post notifications so you don't miss an upload. For everyone who knows Gem Squad, go crazy in the comments and let the people know that they're loved. And this is a positive community over here. So by subscribing, you're joining the Gem Squad, which that basically means you're joining a community of people committed to loving themselves authentically and living a positive life. So go ahead and subscribe, join the Gem Squad. Y'all chat in the comments, like this video, share it to everybody. And that's all I got, y'all. I love y'all so very much. And never forget, at the end of the day, without regrets, love yourself and be you, Tiffle. Bye, guys. It's Slim Reshae.